So I do have compassion for the Mexican people, having lived there. G. Gordon Liddy and I, we led off an operation under Nixon called Operation Intercept in 1969, where the president was just fed up with the drug traffic crossing the border. So he said, we're closing the border for 2 weeks. In Mexico, lived in Mexico City, had offices in Panama, worked with General Noriega, and offices in Argentina and Bogota. So I know where Mexico is. I was head of the federal drug enforcement in Texas, covered that border. Head of the federal drug enforcement in Arizona, cover that border. So I know where Mexico is. Most politicians wouldn't know how to get there. But they're all experts on the illegal drug traffic and immigration. They don't even know where it's at. There'd be no pink underwear, there would be nothing. So I'm not afraid to say I made a mistake. I'm proud to say I made a mistake. We should always elect the sheriff. If you don't like this sheriff, get rid of him. Hey, by the way, I want to thank all of you for rehiring me.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I've been reelected, 5 times? I think. And since I'm the sheriff, there must be one person that voted for me in Phoenix, and that person deserves for their sheriff to take care of that person. You get the point? So when people don't like it, when I come into these cities with the posse, see, I throw the posse in there. That's sexy. They go back to the posse. Just locking up illegals. I mean, in the cowboy days, the posse used to lock up the horse thieves. But when you say posse, wow. What do you say, vigilantes? They think of Barkley. How did I pick all these guys and they're still around? That was 12 years ago. But my book, the first one, America's Toughest Sheriff, I just wrote another one, Joe's Law, but I'm going for a third one. It's going to be America's Oldest Sheriff. Oh, by the way, I forgot, Brian Sands. He's our chief. He runs the illegal immigration program. Right. He doesn't get the heat. It's me. So there was a story in the headlines with the Republic last week that said the Attorney General, the new one's going to go after the sheriff because he doesn't like racial profiling. And my response was, I don't care. I even gave the FBI number out. Call the FBI. Got any problem? Call the FBI. I don't care. I imagine after January 20, they'll start zeroing in on the sheriff. But that's okay. I have nothing to worry about. We do our job right, and it's just the way it is. Well, Deanna, you're one of our heroes too, you know. What she's done locally, and that's nice, okay?
Thank you.
Sticking your reputation out there, and some people don't like you too. I'm going to tell you one thing. We do have a good threat detectives, are experts, of course, protecting me. And but if anybody gives you any threats over this situation, call me. We'll take care of it. Because I have experts. We have experts on locking people up, to threaten people. You know, once you got to have the proper evidence. But so if you get a lot of problems and people want to kill you or something else, give us a call and we'll see what we can do.
And because we've been on the border, since we've been on the border, Border Patrol have doubled their numbers. They have new vehicles, walls, fences, technology, cameras, and that's because we're winning. So Who cares what the media says? All we care about is solving a problem, fixing this problem. And like I said from the beginning, I started the organization with the goal of putting ourselves out of business by exposing the problem, getting people to act, getting the government to do their job, and get rid of some horrible representatives along the way. Bring on a great American tradition. And that's why we are ready at a minute to serve our community and serve our country.
Diplomatic knowledge.
You bet. Not a politician. I have learned. But on behalf of the Minuteman Civil Defense Corps volunteers, and we certainly are a volunteer organization, we'd like to present you this plaque of appreciation presented to Sheriff Joe Arpaio in recognition of outstanding work in law enforcement, first and foremost. And for your efforts in border security and internal enforcement to stop illegal immigration, presented by the MCDC Arizona Volunteers 2005-2008. Present that. Very good. Okay. And any questions, if you'd like to, answers and things. And Joe gave us a tease. We've all been sitting around, Sheriff Arpaio, wondering, what do we do now? And I just returned from D.C. and working with the Senate Immigration Reform Caucus in the House, and we know there's some good things coming up. But you've just given us a tease about what 09's agenda will be for this organization here in Maricopa County, in the center of the Arizona universe. So also, I'll be meeting with Russell Pierce next week, and stay tuned for that newsletter about the new bills that we're going to drop. And I think Sheriff Joe's going to shake things up. We know Russell Pierce will too, with some bills that he's going to drop. And so stay tuned for that. That will be our effort. We're going to need every one of you at the state capitol this legislative session. We need you all to go online and get signed up on the online system so that we can back up these new bills that Russell and some others will be dropping. And of course, to support Sheriff Joe with his new initiative, whatever it may be.
Let me clarify one thing about the posse. They are all citizens, volunteer. The only thing a little different than your thing is I give them authority to enforce the law. Under the Constitution, only the sheriff can swear in private citizens, and they have authority when they're acting under our direction to actually arrest people like any other cop. So I could swear in this whole room after you pass your background. The whole room. Official at the White House. But nobody from the White House called, oh, thank you, Sheriff. You busted illegal with our ID. So is there something wrong going on? I don't know. Fortunately, the people can read through all this crap and understand what we're trying to do. But I can't get the media to tell the truth what we're doing.
No.
But it's the people that understand. And they think the people are stupid. You know, politicians really think people are stupid, the voters. They're not stupid. Because I'm going to tell you one thing that I was a little worried about. Proposition 202.
We beat it.
Yeah, I know. But I'll tell you, I did a lot of, I did some radio commercials, not because of me, other people did, but the way it was publicized, everybody thought, well, this is good. And they had TV ads too. We had nothing. But the people voted against that. Think of that.